Welcome to the house that Ross built. Today, as you guys know, my background, I'm in real estate. That's where I kind of developed the house that Ross built. It's based on my real estate business that I built. And today, that's what we're going to be talking about. Again, that's where I come from as far as professional expertise. So I'm going to talk about a little about now about the market. And I believe now it's time to actually get into the market if you're not in already, or to kind of double down if you are in. Why do I say that? Uh, as we know, for the last probably year or two, the interest rates have been high and the properties were actually priced a lot higher. So what's happening now, because the interest rate has been so high, there's been a slow in buying. So what does that mean? That means basically it's a buyer's market, right? Why do I say that? Because you can negotiate, right? People aren't able to sell their houses, so they're bringing their prices down. I have several properties that I've had to drop the prices down numerous times. So what does that create? That creates a buyer's market, right? Because the sellers can't sell it for a peak dollar or top dollar like we were in the past. So again, that creates a buyer's market. So in a buyer's market, especially as real estate investors, what's going on is that a lot of investors are shying away. They want to see what the election is going to do, if the interest rates are going to drop, so on and so forth. So because of a lack of buyers out there, people are dropping their prices. So now everything is on sale, right? And as real estate investors are investors in general, you want to buy things when they're on sale, right? And then you buy them now, it's going to take you a few months to flip it. Election will be over. We'll have somebody, whoever is in office. Really, to me, it doesn't matter. But I believe the interest rates have to come down regardless, because at this point, we can't keep sustaining this in the real estate market at high rates as we have them now, because it's going to devastate it, because we have lack of buyers. So that being said, I think everybody needs to start looking into getting into the real estate market now to buy things, whether you're buying fix and flips, buying holds. Uh, I've seen even multifamily buildings that have been discounted at a huge discount. So what you should do now is, again, like we talked about before, we're investors. So if you have a group of investors, or put together a group of investors, that's what I'm doing. Put together a group of investors, we can raise a bunch of capital. And with that capital, you guys can go in and start buying things, whether, again, you're buying fix and flips, apartment buildings, land, whatever that is. So start, talking to some of the people that you're working with, or if you're just getting established, start talking to people that may be interested in investing. Start going to your local RIAs. RIAs is your local real estate association, where investors get together, they talk about the market, they talk about different properties, so on and so forth. And there you're going to find people that are interested. It's called a JV. They call it a JV, or joint venture. That's really what you're looking for. Or you're looking for, like I said, to set up a group where you can raise a bunch of money and you guys can go in and start buying things in mass. And then you're going to buy them now. Again, interest rate. And that's why I'm saying get your group together where you can buy it in cash, because with the interest rate being high, if you're doing hard money or even traditional, you're going to pay more interest rates. So it's better now to buy cash. And then when you do that, interest rates are eventually, we believe they're going to start dropping. So you're buying cash, interest rates start dropping. Now it's going to start developing a seller's market. So you buy now, you fix it up. Whether you're renting, like I said, no matter what your strategy is, you fix it up. It may take you a couple months to do that. By then, we'll be in the beginning of the year. In the beginning of the year, we'll have a new person in office. And to me, that doesn't matter who it is. It's just a matter of, the market has to change. Whoever's in office has to change it, and has to understand that, the rates have to come down. We have to create a better economy. So that being understood, that's going to happen, has to happen. Now, whether it's in January or maybe a few months down the road, that's irrelevant, because again, you're buying them in cash, so you're not paying a whole bunch of holding costs, right? If you're not paying a whole bunch of holding costs, if you have to wait a couple months for that to change, turn around, then you're not spending a whole lot of money out of pocket once you purchase the property and fix it up, right? So again, that's another reason why you want to put your money together and buy it in cash. And then once that market does start changing, and again, it starts becoming a seller's market again, now you bought it in cash, you bought it usually at a lower rate, because again, what the market is doing, you're buying the property at a lower cost. Now you can turn around and sell it for a higher profit. Interest rates will be down. Like I said, be a seller's market. People are going to want to get back into the market, because there's a lot of people right now that want to buy homes, or they want to rent, or people want a new construction, so on and so forth, whatever, market that you want to get into. they're going to start getting into that. Everybody right now, everybody's in that wait and see period. They're wait and seeing, but at some point they're going to have to buy, right? They're going to have to buy because there's a housing shortage. Rent's high, so with rent being high, it's actually a better opportunity for a person to buy a home, especially if the interest rates come down. So again, all these things are going to create a seller's market. What does that mean for you? It means more profit, more profit. So like I said, now is the time to start buying. I've been getting so many deals come across my board where a lot of times investors get in, they say they're going to buy it, they back out, or they send me the deal several times because nobody's picked it up and the price keeps dropping. If you're looking at the market, you can start seeing these trends yourself as well. Again, it's happening all across the nation. I'm mostly buying Houston, DC, Maryland, Virginia, and I see it in those markets. And I know other markets are the same way because this is a national issue that we're having now with the real estate market. So again, start focusing in on buying real estate. Very, very important. And you're going to be able to cash in the next several months. So, we're going to have, you can reach out to me, house@rossboat.com. I'm putting together groups that are buying in those areas. If that's something that you're interested in, reach out to me. Maybe we can work together. If not, like I said, go to your local RIAs, find people that are interested in doing it. Again, everybody's not going to agree. Some investors are like, oh, we should wait to see what the market's going to do. In my opinion, that's absolutely wrong, right? Because when the market starts coming up, then the prices are going to start going up. Interest rates are going to come down. Prices are going to start going back up. And then now you're buying properties that aren't for sale, right? And we want sales, right? When you go into the grocery store, when you go into the retail store, or wherever you're buying something, you want something on sale, right? That's the number one rule in investment. We buy low, sell high. So because right now everything is dropping, it's low, right? Lower than it has been in the last few years because the prices have been elevated since Corona, but they have been starting to come down. Like I said, over the last few years, they've started to come down gradually, and they're going to continue to do that to the end of the year. And also, my philosophy is most investors take breaks at the end of the year because of the holidays. So I always find my best properties during November, December, right? Not a lot of buyers out there. People want to take a break. They don't want to get into any new projects. So there's properties out there that need to be sold, and people need to sell them. So they're going to come down off the price as much as possible to get those sold. Again, so it's a great opportunity right now to get in to start buying properties. All right. So again, go in and look at some properties. Go in and find some things that you can buy. If you have a team together that can do that. If not, find your own resources. I still say stay away from hard money unless you have great credit. You can do a traditional loan that might work, but again, still the interest rate is high, which is going to cost you a lot of money out of pocket. So now it's the time really to buy, but buy more in particular as a cash buyer, right? That's the strategy right now, buying as a cash buyer. Now, if you always fix it up, you need to refinance it later, you can do that when interest rates come down. If it's a rental property, you can go and refinance it, pull your money out, and you can buy more properties, right? So again, it's going to depend on your strategy. All right. So what we've been talking about, like I said, is getting into the market now, buying real estate. So there's different strategies some people have now. If you're a buy, fix, and flipper, you're basically buying residential properties, which again, they're on sale. Like I said, people need to sell them, people need to buy, people need homes. So like I said, when the market comes down, if you're buying those homes now, and the best way now, even and I always tell people, usually if you're going on MLS national listings, multiple listing services, you can't really find deals. But even there, I'm seeing deals where if you go on there, people are dropping their prices 6%, 10%. So even now, you can find deals on there. But mostly you're going to be working with wholesalers, or if you have a team together already that goes out and makes cold calls to find properties, because with the economy, there's a lot of desperate people out there that need to get rid of property, right? So that creates an opportunity. Now, we're not trying to take advantage of anybody. Obviously, you want to offer them a fair price, but at the same time, they want to sell it. You want to offer them a fair price. It's a win-win for everybody, right? So if that's your strategy to do buy, fix, and flip, there's a market there. If you're in a a higher bracket, you have more investors or you have more money to invest yourself. The multifamilies, four or more, apartment buildings, even duplexes now, you can find good deals on. And so with that market, again, you want to have more money. Obviously, it takes more capital to buy that, but even with that, people are desperate. They had all these programs about reduce rents and so on and so forth. So a lot of these landlords, they just want to get out, right? They want to get out. you know, the market is slow, you know, maybe they can't rent it for what they wanted to, or maybe they don't have the money to invest to fix the property up. So there's a lot of those properties coming on the market as well, you know, which is, you know, golden, right? Everybody always wants to look for multifamily, right? So in the multifamily aspect of it, you know, it takes a little more research. You have to be a little more, in my opinion, you have to be a little more experienced talking about dealing with properties, because again, it's a lot more money invested. You got to learn how to run your numbers. With that, you know, you learn how to run your cap rates and so on and so forth. But again, that's another market you can get into. Land, right? Land is cheap too. So people they have land out there that is sitting and not doing anything. And again, because of our economy, you know, people want to get rid of that and make some money, right? They have an asset that's sitting there, it's not producing anything, you know, so you can buy land, you can build on it, you can sit on it. You know, again, it depends on your strategy, but land is always also discounted as well. And all of these things are assets. So if you buy them, you know, again, they're on sale. So if you buy them now, in several months, you know, maybe even take a year, they're going to start going up, right? And that's when you can cash in. What we always say, and what I always say, you know, in real estate is that you make money when you buy the property, right? Now that everything's on sale, now you can make money because you're going to buy it at a low rate. And then when the market comes back up, you're going to be able to sell it for high, right? But if you're buying it high, right, and then you're selling it, and it's still going to be higher, a little higher, you're not really making a lot of profit, right? So that's why I'm saying this is the best time to get in. Everything is on sale. And, you know, again, we make money in real estate when you buy the property, not when you sell the property. You get paid when you sell the property, but you're actually, the profit is being made based on how you buy it, right? What price you buy it for. So those are some of the different markets that you can get into. Again, now's the time. Now is the time. And if you don't have the capital to do it, if you have good credit, you know, maybe you go into a traditional lender, you know, and they might get a good rate. But I would say if you do have the capital, if you put a group together, you can buy it in cash, fix it up. You can refinance it once the rates come down, and now you can pull your money out, and then at the same time you can sell it or rent it. So now you're making double the money, right? So again, just start looking into it. Start putting a plan together, strategy together over the next, you know, couple months, November, December, maybe even January. But I would say the peak now is November and December to get those properties. So again, stay tuned. We'll have more on that. If you want to reach out to us, you can reach out to us, the house at Ross built. We can team up. You know, I'm in certain areas, but if you have an area that you're in that you know, I don't mind, you know, venturing out to other areas as well. So, you know, again, take a look, go and see where you can buy, see where the deals are, you know, put your feelers out and go ahead and take action now.
Different conversations as it relates to